Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm just doing another update on the VW camper bus that I've been working on. And earlier today I decided to do a test fit of the side panels. And again I found that I was still having an issue with the right hand side panel of the bus. And what I found was that when I went to put the panel into place in position on the bus, is that the side panel will not align correctly with the features of the inside of the bus. And so I decided to what I found was happening was, as you can see at the end of the panel here, is that there's a little section here, and this is supposed to be the opening that allows this end of the panel to fit into position on the on that little pin here at the on the floor here of the that section. But I found that's what was causing the that was causing the issue with the side panel not aligning correctly with the rest of the bus. So as you can see, I had no other choice but to cut that out there off the section. Now after I did cut that section out, that I did another test fit, and what I found is that the panel did align correctly with the rest of the features of the bus. So that worked fine as well. And also with this build, it with the instructions say to install the right panel first and then do the left panel. But for this build, I will be doing reverse. I'll be adding the left panel first. Anyhow, in regards to that, and as you can see also, and as you see, I've already got the decals for the interior already put in place and everything. And now with the instructions, it says to use the a decal soft, which is adhesive for decals, which keeps the decals permanently in place. Now, if you don't have that from your hobby shop, if you I find this glue works just as good as well too for on decals and stuff as well. And I also use this glue for installing headlight lenses as well as window and clear glass as well, as I find the glue doesn't fog up the headlight lenses as much, and with that it doesn't, and the glue doesn't dissolve the any paintwork that you may have around features like your windows or anything like that. So I find that glue works really good for that. And also, as per instructions, and as I mentioned in the last video, I mentioned that when you go to install the wheels to the axles, is make sure that not to use too much glue for the pins on the pins. And as you can see, I have those in place, and as you can see, that wheel rolls pretty freely. But also recommended as well too, and you'll see it in the instructions as well, is that they recommend using the decal soft for the for installing the wheel and hubcaps as well. So what I recommend there is just use the clear glue for that as well. And also be careful when you go do when you do put the hubcaps in place. Again, not to use too much glue, because if you do, you'll end up gluing the hubcap and wheel to the wheel pin, and that will prevent the wheel from spinning as well. So just be mindful of that as well. And I guess I should put a little tease in here as well too, as to the reason why I did a test fit of the side panels, because I had this little piece left over from one of the other kits, and this is the little TV set that came with the AMT 63 for Galaxy 500 kit. And for that kit, I had no use for it. I couldn't find a place for it in the other kit for that kit, so I decided to hold it and use it for another kit. And this week I decided I was going to use it for. So I decided to use it on this build for the. And anyhow, But the only issue I had was I had no, I wasn't sure to where to place it to in the bus. I was, and then I checked the rest of the features that came with this kit, and what I discovered was that there was a little panel here, because with this kit there was another option. There was an option to build a cargo bus, and this would have been the divider that would go between the front seat and the back panel here. Anyhow, so I decided to use it on this kit to place that television in place. And just to give you an idea, here's the panels that came. Here's the other panels that came with this kit for the allow to belt for that cargo bus. So if you decided to do a cargo belt, so that you had two options on which belt to do with this kit, even though the instructions do not show any there's no instructions for the belt for the cargo van. You can pretty much use your own discretion in regards to the belt. And other than that, there's not too much else on this kit. Just as you can see, I have the rest of the kit done, and there's no issues with that. So as you can see, everything else went into place pretty good on this kit. And here as well, everything seems to be going into place pretty good. So other than that right hand side panel, there's no other issues I haven't found any other issues with this kit. So that's all I have for now. Oh yeah, one other item I was going to touch on it here as well. This was also another little feature that came with the 63 Ford Galaxy, which is a little record player. I thought was pretty nostalgic for the time period. And anyhow, I'm planning on installing this into the bus as well. And for that, I'll be installing that under the front dash here as well too once I get around to it. So that should be a fun little feature to add to the bus as well. So other than that, that's all I have for now. So if you have any questions or comments regarding this build, by all means, just drop a little line in the comments down below. And if there's anything else that I may have missed, just let me know here as well, and I'll sort of highlight it on the next video as well. I thank you for watching my channel.